Hey kids, it's Pastor Dana here, and I've been hearing that some of you have been missing my friend Susie, and she's so excited because she is back. Hello everyone! So excited to see you. You missed me? That is so lovely. I love that. How have you been? I've been good. Do you guys know what day it is? I'm gonna guess Sunday, Susie. Obviously. Is it your birthday? She is being so silly. It's obviously Father's Day. Oh, of course. That's pretty bad for my dad because I totally forgot. Yeah, that's awkward. Yeah. Yeah, so I was just wondering though, Dana, I've been thinking about how the Bible says that God is our Father. Like, what does that even mean? Well, yeah, that's a really good question. Did you know that, like, God is so big and there's so much to know about God that it's pretty hard to understand all of God, right? Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, and so, but God wanted us to know Him. So, what God did is God gave us a bunch of different pictures and stories to tell us about who God is. And one of the ways that we learn about who God is because God told us that God was our Father. Hey. So, can you think of other things that that we call God sometimes? Maybe a rock. Yep. What about a shepherd? Oh, yeah. A hen. Yes, indeed. A woman who sweeps the floor. You're right about that one. There's also king and fortress and lots of other things, actually. So what happens is when we look at those things, we get a little tiny bit more of an understanding of who God is. So can you tell me a little bit about what you love about your dad? Like, what's the best thing ever? He's super patient, even when I break my bike again. He's kind, and he likes to give me lots of things that I like Sour Patch Kids in the van, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. He's funny and he laughs, even though he tells me the worst jokes, but sometimes they're funny. He spends time with me. He builds the coolest things. He plays with me, gives me a hug. Yeah, that's cool. Which his hugs make me feel better, even if he can't fix what's happened. And he wants what's best for me and makes sure I'm okay. He tries to know what I like and who I hang out with. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty great dad. Yeah. All those things are like who God is. Oh, well, that's a really cool God. But what about all the things that are not so nice about my dad sometimes? Like what? Well, sometimes he gets angry. Like, I don't think he means to, but then he's just angry. Or like when I'm right in front of him, it's like he doesn't even see me sometimes. Or doesn't have the time for me. Or sometimes, this makes me really sad, but he sometimes makes a promise that we can go to the water slides, but then never goes with me. Yeah. Sometimes he says mean things. I don't think he means to, just like he doesn't mean to be angry, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, and I think we've all had those experiences, Like, our dads aren't perfect, and sometimes that happens. And the thing is that the things that are really good about our dads are pictures of who God is. But all the things that are, like, maybe not as good are not necessarily, like, who God is. And so sometimes it's hard for us to figure out. But yeah, it helps us out. When we look at our dads, then we see a little bit of who God is. Yeah, does it make sense? Well, sort of. But yeah. So anyways, bye. Thanks, Dana. Happy Father's Day. Waha!
Okay, ready?
Hold me, Jesus. Hold me, Jesus. When I'm too tired to walk or need to have a talk. Hold me, Jesus. Hold me, Jesus. Safe in your love I'll be if you hold me.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.